Watkins on college football. I'm here with my special guest, Marcus Dent from Gridiron Insight. We're going to get some insight into what's going on this weekend out in Dallas. Uh-oh. We just lost.
Lost me?
No, we got you now.
Oh, okay.
There he is. And we got our first, what's up, Comanche Sooner, Boomer freaking Sooner. What's up, my guy? Good to see you.
In the house.
We're in here late nighting it with my boy Marcus Dent. And hey, we're here thanks to MyBookie, our newest sponsor here on the show. Make sure you get in there. You get up to $1,000 welcome bonus. It's a half of whatever you put in on your first deposit. You get that bonus right away. And hey, there's a lot of really cool prop bets for the Super Bowl coming up in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
You excited about the Super Bowl, man?
Oh, yeah, man. It's kind of, I like the Chiefs, but I'm tired of the Chiefs.
I'm sick
But
of it.
I really want Jalen to get a Super Bowl, man, and kind of shut some of these people up around here, and shut some of these Alabama people up too. So yeah, I'm pulling for Philly for sure.
Okay. I can see that. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, man.
We got having some problems here.
What you got going on? Okay.
Let's see what we got going on. Okay, there we go. It wouldn't let me get rid of that shit. All right. No, man, I'm excited about the game. I'm sick of seeing the Chiefs win too, man. And part of that shit with me is actually the fact that man, I've worked so hard on that. We worked really, really hard on the Otis Taylor thing a couple of years back, and we got no help whatsoever from the Chiefs.
Yeah,
at all. And so I'm like,
I dig it.
I'm like, fuck them.
Yeah, man. Hey, look,
winning too damn much. You know what I mean?
I would love to see, like I said, I would love to see somebody kind of, hold that trophy up beside them. And don't get me wrong, man. They got a lot of Sooners on that team.
Lost him. No.
You lost me?
Damn it.
I'm still showing on the screen.
Oh, we lost him.
Can you hear me?
You back. I got you.
Okay.
Now. I think I've got you a few different times here, but we'll see. What's up there, Sue? He said this is a late night pod. Isn't Marcus up past his bedtime? Might be, but he's a bit of a night owl, kind of like your boy.
Hey man, I used to work the graveyard shift back in the day, man. So
yeah,
hey, yeah, man.
So many graveyard shifts that the nighttime is kind of it's my time. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Satterfield.
So
Satterfield in the house. Comanche Sooner. Max Swearingen. What's up, gentlemen? We're gonna do a call-in show in a few minutes, so we'll pop it in there. You guys can just hit the phone line. Even no voice, you don't even have to bother with trying to mess around with your video stuff. You can actually call in. I have it working well this time. So
cool. That's what's up, man.
Let me know who you got in the Super Bowl in the morning, man. Who you guys are? It's not really in the morning. It'll be in tomorrow. Well, afternoon, evening. Who you guys got? Who you got winning it? Are you hoping, like I am, that the Chiefs fall on their ass?
Yeah, and also AJ Brown, man. AJ Brown from the crib. Yeah, so playing in the Super Bowl. Yeah, man. So let's
talk a little bit about that though too. You've got a bunch of guys that are in the league right now that have been to your camps, the Southern Elite camps, been on 7-on-7 teams. We were talking about the Deuce Night stuff. All these kids going to college, all these kids that have been to your camps.
Man, you want to talk about probably the most noticed. I guess, well, you got DK Metcalf, but the people in this realm would be Creed Humphreys. Creed Humphreys came to the Southern Elite, man. His dad was bringing him to Ole Miss, and we had the camp that I think the day before the Ole Miss camp.
Yeah,
man, he came in and he tore it up, bro. I'm talking about he kicked everybody's ass, bro.
He was a baller.
Oh yeah, he was a baller. So
Straight
this is
dog.
this is a funny story now. So my business partner, um, went to Southern Lee. His son played center also,
Okay.
and he writes for Ole Miss and everything. And my partner Dave was telling man, look, man, you got to see this kid. This kid is, I mean, he can play. And he said, look, I got one offer right now for a center. That's all I'm taking is one center, and that center happens to be your son. and, and Creed wanted that. He wanted that Ole Miss offer bad, man. And Dave, he kind of cut that off at the knees, man. But he did write the article about it, man. And once he wrote that article, it was over with, man. He got back to Oklahoma, and everybody knew who he was. And because he was like a no star before he came to the camp.
Right.
And 24/7 Sports put some ink on him, and it was over with,
It's kind of how it goes,
completely
right?
over with.
We've been hearing about
Yeah,
this. We've been hearing about this Bentley guy, Bo Bentley, the new quarterback for the 26 class, and that whether or not he's going to end up,
yeah,
if they're gonna go ahead and try to get him, or if they're gonna stick with Jaden. You know,
yeah. Well,
I
man,
don't know, man.
it, it changes.
Yeah,
It changes so much. Like today, down in Vicksburg, Mississippi, where they're having we got two teams down there playing, my 14U and my 15U. Man, there's a kid out of Louisiana was lighting it up, and
yeah.
so we got video footage of him. Man, hopefully next week we can kind of bring him to the stage and kind of put him out there, man. But it's a great opportunity, man, for the kids to get seen and get some raw footage of them playing against some people they normally don't get a chance to play against, and that's pretty much what 7-on-7 is is about, man. Getting a chance to go up against tougher competition
Yeah.
and just laying it all out there, man, and getting some reps. So yeah, man. So like I said, this weekend, right now they got two teams, both of them 3-0 in pool play. So we'll see
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah. So,
We'll see
what
tomorrow.
age is your team? The teams.
The two that's playing this weekend are 14U and 15U, which
Okay.
would be your middle school and your ninth graders. Yeah. So just so happened on that ninth grade team, um, was our 15U team. We got 7 kids out of 14. They got P4 offers,
Wow.
so they're pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Man,
Last year they went 29-1, man, as a 14U team. So they got some ballers. Got some
William
ballers.
Lorraine. This is our guy that's all the way over in, I believe, Australia. He hits us up quite often,
What's that?
and he said he's
The
not
man from
watching.
down under.
Yeah, but he comes on the show quite a bit. We've seen him quite a bit over the years, and
Cool, man. That's
past
really
couple
cool.
years since I've been doing this, and he's saying not watching the Super Bowl, but Six Nations rugby off February is great fun. So rugby is a dog sport, man. I'm telling you, those dudes
Y-
are gangsters.
I don't understand why rugby does not translate over into American football. Because you got to be tough as hell to play, man.
Oh, brother.
I mean, you look at the thighs on
There's
those
more and
guys,
more of
bro.
those guys that are showing up though and ending up there, right? Who's the guy that plays for the Eagles that he came from that area, or maybe I'm not exactly sure where he came from, but he's another one of those offensive linemen. He's a bad dude. I'm trying to remember
But
his name.
I'm just talking about the physicality of those guys. I
Yeah,
mean, dude, they tough as nails. No pads. They
yeah,
hit your ass like it ain't nothing.
yeah.
I mean, they don't care, bro.
Dude,
And,
they
and
don't.
everybody on the team can punt.
They all can't. Hey, man, those dudes are all badasses, man. But and then
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of the women's rugby lately. There's this one chick that she's mean as shit, running chicks over and just it's badass.
I
They're
guess you gotta be.
It's a trip, dude. It's a trip watching some of this. But Sooner in Texas says, Marcus caught your earlier pod. You're doing these kids a great service with advice that you're dishing out. Wish I had
Appreciate
somebody
it, man.
advising me when I was at that age. I think that a lot of people do, Sooner in Texas. And I was telling we were talking about this earlier on the phone. Man, you got to it's tough on some of these guys. You know, they don't know where to go. Their parents don't know really what to do and how to get them recruited. They know they've got something on their hands, but you know,
Yeah,
if you don't, there's a lot to this, man. It's not just being good because we've talked about it a lot. There's a lot of dudes that don't get looked at, man.
that's why you have so many guys in the NFL
Yeah.
that was this 3-star kid that nobody knew about because
2 stars,
you
no stars,
because they
whatever.
yeah because they started off at a junior college and creeped their way on up. They want a really big name because I don't care how much internet you have out there, man. There's a lot of kids out there, and these coaches, I'm gonna be 100%. They are getting lazier and lazier by the day. So they want to sit in the office and they want somebody to send them kids,
Yep.
and they can look at them on their phone or their iPad. They do not get up and just go, hey, look, I'm going up here just to see what's going on. And I don't know why the NCAA won't let the college recruiters come to 7-on-7 games. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, now,
That's the NCAA is I didn't even realize that that was a thing.
yeah, they
I
can't
don't
come
know shit
to
about
a s-
anything.
they can't come to a 7-on-7 game unless your kid plays. Now, there's a lot of coaches that kids play, and they're there, and there's nothing that nobody can do about it because they're there with their child.
Yeah,
Jimbo Fisher was one of the first ones. I remember some years back, his son was playing, and he was there, and everybody was like, "Man, they gonna get in. Florida State gonna get in trouble. This, that, and the other." But he was there with his kid.
right.
You know, I, I even know a couple coaches back in the day to put their kids on team just so they can go to the 7-on-7 tournaments, man. So, hey, look, it is what it is,
Oh,
man.
fuck there, boy.
Hey, hey, look, by any means necessary, bro. By
That's
any means necessary. So it's a great thing, man. Like I say, we got we got like I think we got like 15 interviews today. Just from different kids that are popping off. We actually got an interview from an OU, from a kid that has an OU offer, Tyson Robinson, out of out of Brandon, Mississippi. We got an interview with him, talked to him a little bit today. But man, yeah, these kids are fired up, man, and they don't get to start camping until June, so they gotta have something to do, man. They when that competitive spirit get to jumping up, man, they want to do something with it. So
awesome.
you might as well go out there and handle your business 7-on-7. Get some more film, get some more footage. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I think, to me, like the camps, I think the camps are good for you too, but I think a lot of
they
what,
are.
we've talked a lot about what, the recruiting services are doing and like kind of forcing you to have to do it, right?
Yeah,
And after you've already, decided on where you're going and shit like that, and they're messing with the money. But the truth is if you can do it and there's some sacrifices, you were talking about it on your show earlier. You gotta make some sacrifices as a parent sometimes because it's expensive. The travel part of
very
it is expensive. The camps themselves are expensive, but
right.
you gotta get eyes on your player. You gotta get
Yeah,
them.
you get. I mean, just I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You got the Under Armour the camps coming up. They got a series of camps that they got from California all the way to Atlanta and down in Florida. Bro,
Mhm.
if you get a chance to go to one of those camps, it's free, and they give you free gear and everything. But they got the UC report. That's who does the ESPN ranking, and they got all these top guys like Winfong and Chad, and they got all these guys that be at these events. And once they see these kids, so they write this article about him, right? Let's say this kid has no stars. Now they're not gonna make a profile for him. Well, they're not gonna add stars to his profile. They might make him a profile, but once they write this article, and for those guys who have a pretty good trained eye, man, once these college coaches see it, oh, then they're gonna start looking at him. Then they're gonna
Yeah.
start watching film, and then they're gonna say, "Oh man, I want this kid.
We need
We're
to get
gonna
him.
invite,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna invite him down." Then boom, as soon as he get that offer, you slap the stars on him because that's how it
Think about
happens.
this for a second. Josh Allen, the NFL MVP. Obviously, a lot of people pissed off about that Lamar should have won it. Whatever. Again,
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it. I think that Josh Allen is a worthy
he
MVP.
is very, and he beat him head to head, so I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't either. And in the end, I mean, the point I was going to make is he was a 0-star guy. He ended up at Wyoming, and worked his way into the top 3 picks, I guess, or top 5 or whatever it was that he ended up in. Goes to the Bills. He's been great. He's been great, and
It
another guy,
happens, man.
just another one of those guys that we've been talking about an awful lot lately. Man, I always talk about Trent Williams. I mean, guy from Longview. Longview's a big time program. They've been top ranked in the country before. I mean, they got real deal stuff. But you start thinking about Trent was a 3-star that nobody
Mm,
really. He was like an afterthought, really, and he's the
yeah.
greatest left tackle probably in the history of the NFL.
Oh yeah, man. And then one thing about
There's a few
being,
other guys that could probably claim that as
oh
well.
yeah, no doubt about it, man. But the thing about it is, sometimes people don't look at the growth that a kid has left in him. Like some kids come out of high school and man, they're pretty much at their ceiling. And
Mhm.
and you have to know that as a coach, when you recruiting this kid, how much training has he done? Has he been training since he was 10? Has he been training since he was 15? So
Right.
you got to know where this kid is going. You know, um, if he's maxed out, guess what? He could be a 4, and he could be a low 4-star kid, and then he get to your program like, oh man, he didn't pan out. He didn't do what we thought he was going to do. No, you just didn't recruit the right kid because you had another kid over there that was a 3-star kid that had a higher ceiling. You left him right there, but because you wanted the 4-star kid to make everything look good, to get your money from your boosters and all that kind of stuff. Don't think that doesn't play a part. It does. I
Sure.
don't care what nobody says. It plays a part. It's not 100% with everybody, but it does play a part. And that's how some of these programs end up just not being very good, although they quote unquote recruited well.
Right.
So that's what you have.
Christy,
I so what
Christy,
now?
I'm gonna hold up real quick. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf here. Don't make blanket stupid statements, man. Please. Try
I
not
can't
to make
even see the statement,
blanket
man. What
statements.
was it?
I, I don't know if you want it. You ain't gonna love it. So here we go.
I don't care.
I'm not convinced that 7-on-7 is a good way to measure football skills. From my honest opinion, I think it's a waste of money and a new way to weed away poor people from the sport, just like AAU does.
Okay, let me comment on that. Number one, my kids doesn't pay to play for us, man. We're a nonprofit organization. We raise money for our kids to play. Number two, we have some kids from smaller schools that we take all around the country to get a chance to go play against kids from a 7A school, a 1A kid against a 7A kid. You don't get that every day on the field. So that matchup, he gets a chance to go up against that guy, and he gets a chance to see, okay, why do I match up against this 4-star kid that has all these offers in the country, and I'm from a little small 1 or 2A school. Hey, when you get a chance to do that, you put it on film, and that's what it is. So, but you want to say 7-on-7 doesn't help. Where else do you learn to get the football out in 3 seconds? You don't. But it's kind of crazy. And I'm gonna go here since he wanted to go there. What's the difference between USSSA baseball and 7-on-7?
Facts.
It's
Any of
it's
them.
no different.
Little League baseball,
It's
any
no
of that shit.
different. It's no different. Number one, you getting reps. So what would you rather be doing? Sitting at home playing video games or out here getting reps?
Yep.
So
And
so
how
for
does
the
it not?
people,
I
but
mean,
but but I'm gonna say this right here also. Lane Kiffin's son played for us also. So if a head coach of a SEC school feels like it's cool for his son to go play and his son needs the reps, then I pretty much think those guys know better. You know, I
Uh,
mean, I tell you what, I got two SEC guys that coach in the SEC kids that play for us,
mhm.
and if they didn't feel like it wasn't something that they need to be doing, they wouldn't be on our team. And one is a head coach, and one is a assistant coordinator. So you can say that, and that's cool. That's your opinion. But
There's a
every
reason why
team,
these kids are as skilled as they are in the
right,
passing game and in a lot of that stuff. These quarterbacks are get better and better and better all the
right.
time. There's a reason for it. You know why it is? Because of 7-on-7.
No, there's no doubt about it. I've been doing it for a long time,
Mhm.
and I have kids that did not have any looks. Actually, went to a camp where their rivals. On three wasn't a thing at that time. But rivals and 24/7 was there. Saw this kid get off. I mean, he got off. They did. I mean, he had all the measurables also, but they did an article on him. Man, the next week, hey, this kid got a chance to get a visit. Coaches started watching his film, start putting his 7-on-7 film out there.
Yeah.
Boom, it,
Well,
it
and
goes to it goes to the next level.
when we first started talking about some of this stuff, I was telling you about Darian,
Right.
San Antonio kid that I mean 6'3", 220, runs a 4.5, had 20 freaking touchdowns in his senior year of high school, a 20 catch game. They went I think three games deep into the playoff in 6A out of San Antonio.
Hmm.
He had 0 stars.
And I'm gonna tell you what else we do
It
when
was
we
because he didn't get to play his
he
junior
didn't get
sophomore year.
right. But I'm gonna tell you something else that just to add to the pot. When we go different places, and we visit that college. We'll take our kids to
Mhm,
visit that college. They want to see our rosters. They want to know who we got on our roster. And that recruiting coordinator, they're gonna give you a call. Say, hey man, look, hey, you mind if you guys stop by, man? We give you a tour. And you got 2 or 3 guys that they're gonna be interested in. So we're able to give these kids something that their high school coach is not going to give them because that high school coach he get paid to coach high school football. He does not get paid to help them get recruited.
mhm.
He does not get paid to go play 7-on-7. He get paid to coach that team to a state championship. That's what he get paid to do and teach a class. Some of them, but I've heard all the negative stuff about 7-on-7, and guess what, guys? It's just like anything else in life.
Blanket
It's.
statements
I
get you
mean,
clowned around here, boys and girls. Blanket statements get you clowned around here.
yeah. So
When you
I
don't
mean,
know, you
so
shouldn't talk. You just shouldn't.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he sit up here talking about the money, but dude, we raised that, and we feed the kids. We got guys on our team that have played for us and this in college, and they take care of the kids, man. Like a couple weeks ago, they was out there in Texas, and a couple guys that came out the program say, "Hey, coach, don't worry about feeding the team. I got them." And it's a write off also, but yet and still. So when people sit up here and talk about people taking money, every program is not the same, bro. I know 3 of my good buddies that have teams, and we've been in it for a long time, and we're sponsored by Battle, so we're a Battle team, and so like a lot of the mouthpieces and gloves and all that kind of stuff, man, is given to us because guess what? When these kids get where they're going, hey, they want them wearing this battle gear. How many battle mouthpieces do you see on Friday nights?
This is
So,
another blanket statement, Chrissy.
yeah,
Another blanket.
yes. Yeah. What did she
He,
say?
he says, I'm not against 7-on-7. For me, it's pricing out the poor. What did he just say? Are you listening?
How am I pricing out the poor when my kids play for free? And I know a bunch of clubs that do play for free. So where are you getting that from?
Mhm. It's
Maybe,
opportunities that some of those kids wouldn't get.
yeah. I mean, I have a nonprofit organization. We're a 501(c) organization, Momentum Sports.
All this
So
7-versus-7 camps are paid for stars. That's not factual.
you said what now?
All the 7-on-7 camps are paid for the stars.
Okay, we don't have 7-on-7 camps. No, it's not a such thing as a 7-on-7 camp. And so
The
you don't pay
competition.
for
Yeah.
you don't pay for the stars. That's if that was the case, man. Lane Kiffin's son would have 5 stars. He got money, but he ain't gonna do nothing like that. So I've never heard of
He's
paying
a
for the
walk-on
stars.
no matter what. He's gonna be a
That
walk-on just like the rest of the head coach's kids are.
yeah. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. He pretty damn good, bro. He pretty
It's
damn
not even
good.
about whether they're good or not. They're not gonna use up a scholarship to
No,
send them
no,
even
no,
move
and
up.
no. They're not gonna use up scholarship on him. No, I mean, and especially if he can get it academically also. But to sit up here and say 7-on-7 camps, number one, I've been doing it. I'm one of the first ones to have a 7-on-7 team in Mississippi, so I never heard of a 7-on-7 camp. So, number one, get your literature straight. Number two, I've never heard of nobody paying for stars because you can't pay for stars. That's something I know you
If
can't
you're
do.
talking about some of these camps where they go in and they're the skills camps and things like that that are sponsored by, or their pay camps for you to go to on three or
Well,
rivals
ch- well,
7 camps, whatever.
well, well
You
here,
can call it
here,
that if you
here,
want to, but that is
here's
go ahead.
here's something that he doesn't understand. Dude, you don't pay to go to a rivals camp. Rivals camp is free. The Under Armour camp is free. So what are you talking about? That's what I want to know.
They're invites, so they don't they
Yeah, I mean,
actually
so you're talking out the side of your neck because you really don't understand what's going on. You just talking about something that you heard, or you probably heard a high school coach say. And I'm gonna tell you why a lot of these high school coaches don't like 7-on-7 because they feel like the 7-on-7 coaches have more control over the kids because they spend more time with them than they do at the school. So they try to convert, say, hey, you don't need to be doing this, you don't need to be doing that. But
yeah.
then when that kid calls the coach, say, "Hey, coach, I want to come up there and work out, or I want to do this, I want to do that," then well, somebody got to be up there. Like us, we have our own facility. The kids do not pay to come to our facility and work out. So a lot of the narrative that you're hearing about 7-on-7 programs is probably a little mom and pop guy that's trying to make a hustle. But there's a hustle in this game. I don't care where you go. There's always going to be a hustle in the game, but don't put everybody in the same basket because you don't understand enough about it to put everybody in the same basket because that's just not the case.
Blanket statements get you clown, man. And you say you're not against it, but you are against it. You everything that you said in two stupid comments, by the way. Were
Yeah.
I'm totally against it. I mean, bro, come on, man. You do this all the time, Chrissy. You do this all the time. And I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm telling you, trying to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah. And
I'm not
here's
always gonna entertain clown conversation anymore. I'm just not gonna
here
do it.
here's a thing that you got to look at when you let me give some of these
I
people.
just told you how it's fucking free.
And why does he keep saying it's not free? I
How
don't
is
know
it
what he's
free?
thinking.
Who pays for travel costs and accommodations?
We are a 501(c) organization. Does he not know what that means?
That would be a not-for-profit organization that raises money for
And
a cause.
we're sponsored by Battle.
Mhm. Yeah. You've been in this business. You've been in this game for a minute now. You know,
I
uh,
mean,
rattle off some of the guys that are in the league right now that have been to your camps, have been on your 7-on-7 team, or that are in even the guys that are coming into college football or in college
well,
football.
man, I mean, right now you that's coming into college football. You have Deuce Knight. He played for us. Um, you had Jaquez Hunter. Um, let me see, man. There's just so many. Corey Rucker, who broke every
Juju.
record. Yeah, Juju played on the FBU team. We played against Juju, but Corey Rucker played. He plays at Arkansas State. He's broke every record there. He's still playing.
Yeah.
Um, I got the Harmon kid is at Tulane. Um, come on, man. Some of these kids are actually great. The defensive tackle Bryson Eason for Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He played linebacker for me. You had T Mac. What's T Mac? T Mac played safety at Tennessee and transferred to Louisville. I don't know what happened to
What
him.
about your guy that we were on your show? We were talking about. He's the one that had Ryan Day at his school in the SIP.
Oh, you talking about Braylon actually played for us when he was younger. I don't think he plays 7-on-7 anymore. But I think he was on like our 14U team when I was with the Heat.
Okay.
He played for us then. But man, it's just so many damn kids. Brandon, what's Brandon last name? Uh, we call it these kids. What's B man's last name? I can't think.
Oh,
Brandon
you've got to
Burkhalter.
stop.
Yeah,
You've got.
Brandon Burkhalter. I mean, he's playing at. He was at UAB. He just left and went somewhere. But man, it's. I know
So
it's like
hold
at
on.
least 40 of them.
Stop. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Chrissy. You got to. I'm gonna start kicking you out of here. You got to stop coming in here and saying dumb shit like this.
What did it say? What did it say
I
again?
can
I
open a
can't.
nonprofit organization and ask for donations. Also, it don't mean shit. Even churches or nonprofits with pastors get. What are you
Right.
talking about? He's literally helping kids that don't necessarily have an opportunity to get
Oh
to that
yeah.
next level, You don't know anything about what this shit is going on, and
Yeah.
you're making these blanket statements, and it makes you look like a dickhead.
And see, the thing about it is, people like him,
Good
you
God.
can't. Well, here's the deal: you can't talk sense into him because his mind is made up. When you got a kid that
That's why I
that is
can't
in,
entertain these clowns,
you,
man.
I'm finna give him a perfect example. You got a kid that's in foster care. They don't have money to come and play for nobody. Those kids get dropped off at the field. They come out. We take care of everything. We got companies that don't mind giving us donations to help the kids because they know it's going to go and go to the right place. Man, we have to file taxes on this stuff. If this stuff is not done right, then your ass can go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, our stuff is done right, man. We got a certified CPA. And here's the deal. My board members, um, all of us, man, we all professional people,
You don't even
My
have to work for a 501c3, anything like that, and to screw people out of money, by the way.
Oh yeah,
It
man.
happens all the
People do
time.
it all the
I'm
time.
writing a damn story about it right now that there's somebody within the school system around here cheating their asses off with an IT team that they're using
So
on the
what do you
national
think? What do you think the Red Cross is? The
90% of
this
it goes to their executives and shit.
right. I mean, the executives making like $2 million a year.
Yeah.
We
Neilio,
we
thank you
make
for the super chat, my man. He said, I'm a man of my word. Well done. Good Sunday morning. Hey, man, I was thinking about you earlier. I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Neilio caught the vid, man. He caught the Rona. So, yeah,
ooh
he's
man.
been at home laid up, and he asked for us to do a late night show. So even though I was pretty busy all day today and yesterday, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I promised him that I would. So,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah, so man,
Thank you for
it's
the
all
super chat.
good. Yeah, man. I hope you feel better. But yeah, man, there's just so many misconceptions about what's going on. So
Look, there's
I
bad
mean,
actors everywhere, brother. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I mean that's the thing. You know, tell Chrissy pick up the phone, man. Hey, if you want to call in, hey, we can talk about it.
Yeah, I was fixing
But
to say, I already threw that up there. There is that banner.
yeah,
Here it is
so
again. If you guys want to come in, and Chrissy, call in and stand your 10 toes down and tell us all about it. You know what I mean? At least if you
yeah,
have
man.
some balls to say it, say it with your chest. If you're going to do that, go ahead. Call in. We'll bring you on the show. We get a couple minutes. We'd love to hear from anybody who wants to call in and talk. We can talk about whatever. This is a show for everybody else tonight. Neilio, we'd love to hear from you. I know you're not feeling very good, but we'd love to hear from you. Jenna, thank you for coming in. Jimmy Satterfield, any of you guys want to call in, there's a number right there on your screen, 575-395-6642. It'll come right into it's not even a link for you to have to use your video or anything like it's an actual phone call. So you can jump in there and see how it's going. Oh, the wifey's got it too, Neilio. Dang.
That's bad.
Yeah, say it with your chest. Come in. That's what we're gonna call this.
And then I forgot about the little kid Poppy that plays number 5 for Pitt, receiver Williams. He played with us one. Yeah. He's quick as hell, man. He got all kind of YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. Quick kid, man. Really could play. We got a linebacker right now at Texas A&M. Yeah, played with us a couple years ago. So man, we got kids everywhere, man. And the thing about it is, we don't go around.
Where the hell do you think Penn State gets their guys from, bro?
Oh yeah. You would be surprised. You will be surprised of the coaches that actually follow the 707 coaches that do it right. Because once our season is over with, then we start taking our kids to camps. Yep. And guess what, Chrissy? We do not charge to take our kids to camps. They get in the van and they ride for free. Make sure that, some of our mom give them $5, $10 to eat off of. And 99% of the time, we're going to feed them unless we're just going 10, 15 minutes up the road or something like that. But, man, our organization is built to make sure these kids get opportunity that they won't get at their high school. And we're in Mississippi, so we're not in a.
The thing with Darian, he got into a 7-on-7 the year before he went and started, and it helped him get his starting position. He was working with a coach. He was trying his ass off to find a place to play. And even the season he had in 6A Texas football wasn't getting him there. And it was because he was a late bloomer. And it's a shame, man. Here he is. He's not playing college football now. And there's a lot of guys
I saw all this stuff, man. I saw all this stuff. It was really good. Really good.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it is this. So would you rather those kids be sitting at home doing nothing and not being seen by nobody? Is that because that's what will be happening right now. We got 2 teams up there right now, 14U and 15U. We got about 16 to 17 kids on each one of those teams. Those battle mouthpieces and gloves and all that stuff they got on, man, they didn't pay for that. Nope, didn't pay for that. So, man, get your facts straight before you get to talking about something that you don't know anything about.
Well, it wasn't even that. I mean, not even just because. I mean, he still struggled. He was going to play at a JUCO. It didn't work out for him. But
no, I'm talking about Chrissy. That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying, like, even not even what I'm saying is like, but literally playing that year in 7-on-7, and he even played post senior year, right?
Okay. At a post grad school.
And he went out there and he was out there playing defensive back one weekend because they didn't have anybody. He was playing both ways. He had 7 interceptions in the tournament. This kid was just a player. And so some of these guys, it honestly, you would want to take a look and see, okay, some of these kids are getting an opportunity to get looked at where you wouldn't get the opportunity otherwise because whatever reason, they're late bloomers, their parents don't understand. That was the conversation that we had started off with anyway.
Oh, yeah.
This conversation that is, guys, there's a lot of guys that don't get looked at. Think about
that opportunity.
Think about this for a second. There's guys in Oklahoma that are good enough to play anywhere in the country every year. How often do you see them become a 5-star unless they go off to IMG like Stoney did? Almost never.
Yeah, I got you.
Almost never. There's not a
Never
lot
thought
of
about
5
that.
stars coming out of the SIP either. There's a lot of
Nah.
good players coming out of the SIP.
Yeah, and let me just talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to the 5 stars out of Mississippi, we have a few every now and then, but your biggest writers are in Texas, California, and
Yeah.
Florida. So go look where your 5 star heavy at.
Mhm.
Texas,
Of course.
California, Georgia,
Georgia.
and Florida.
Mhm. That's where they come from.
That's where you're gonna be heavy. You're gonna
Yeah.
be top heavy on those
Sure, and
because
again,
it,
there's
it, it
32 of
is what
those
it is.
there's 32 of those cats, man.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
We talked about how they did Caleb Cunningham.
Shit.
There was not a kid nowhere that elevated himself to knock that kid out of being one of the top 32 kids.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I don't see that,
Yeah.
but that's a part of it. And I I still can't wrap my head around this dude saying people paying for stars. I've never heard of that shit in my life. I
He did said
can't.
he said,
I
I'll
can't.
take a back seat." I read the description and decided to see some recruit videos. Um, Marcus, I'm not referring to you. I'm just implying that most of the 7 versus 7 teams are riddled with bad actors. I don't think that's even too much of a blanket statement, Chris.
Well, here's the deal.
What's there, Charles?
Okay. We're going to Houston to play in probably the biggest tournament it is in the country this year. So what they have that Friday night when we get there, all the coaches have what we call a mixer. We get at the hotel, they have food and everything. But you know what's going on there at that hotel? We're talking to each other like, "Hey man, I heard about your kid. This right here." He's, "Man, look, my kid been trying to get a hold to coaches at Texas A&M." He's, "Well, man, look, I got so and so number. Man, you don't mind sending to my kids?" "Yeah, man, I watch your kid fire." He's, "Well, look, man, where you guys from, man? We from South Carolina." "Man, look, I've been trying to get a hold to so and so over there. I got a kid that his grandparents there in South Carolina. He's a 4 star kid. He can play. He's interested in going." So that night, man, if it's probably 65 or 70 of us in there, it's kind of like being at a coaching clinic.
Right.
You know, we talking about different kids. We swapping numbers. We swapping recruiters' numbers. So it's a lot go on in these big tournaments. And and I'm talking about the big tournament. I'm not talking about the backyard boogies.
Mhm.
I ain't talking about no backyard boogie. I'm talking about doggone well ran tournaments. We
Right.
don't play in backyard boogies. We do not do backyard boogies. If it's not 7 on 7,
There's some play
brand.
there's bad actors in everything, though. That's the whole point I was trying to make a
Yeah.
minute ago. There's bad actors in everything, and some guys are not in it for the kids, they're in it for them
Well,
and all
well,
that.
you got
But
you got high
that
school
happens
coaches
in
that are
high
like
school
that.
football, that happens
Yeah.
in high school, that happens everywhere. It happens in JUCO, hell, it happens in college football.
hmm You got some that's just there for the money, and you got some in high school football. They don't give a shit about you. They don't even know your name.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, 27? Because he ain't taking the time to learn your name. He gonna call you by your damn number.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And for what we do, the time that we put in with these kids, man, they appreciate it. Because let me tell you something with a 7-on-7 coach, the bond that they have. Like, we start off at 10 years old, all the way to 18U. So a lot of these kids been in our program for a long time. But I've had a kid hit me up and say, "Hey, coach, you know, so and so happened. I'm hungry. You got $10 or $8. They even ask you for $7. I mean, you cash out from $10 because, man, you just got that bond with them, and we
Yeah.
close with them like that. And sometimes the coaches, they do not like that because they feel like, why would you take the word of a 7-on-7 coach? Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't coach high school football before, but a lot of these guys that's on this circuit, they're certified trainers, and they make more money than the high school coaches in their 9 to 5 job. Like you take my guy who's my president of my organization. Man, he sells insurance. He runs a facility. His wife is a doctor. His wife is a doctor. Guess what? He didn't want to go. He didn't want to be a high school coach. I didn't want to be a high school coach until I got dragged into it.
Right, right.
In Mississippi, if you coach private school ball, you could be what you call a parent professional. Most private schools in Mississippi have all parent professionals. Maybe the head coach might be a certified or retired. Everybody else is going to be certified. That's why the private schools are on the way up, and they're beating the hell out of them public school because they got these trainers who train, these guys who have played college football, and they're just not some kid that went to school and loved football and he went and got a degree and they gave him a job. You got a guy who actually played, who understands training, and he's out here with these kids trying to get this work in. And so some guys feel kind of inferior to trainers and to guys that's in the circuit. And you got some head coaches that just do not like it, and they can't tell you why they don't like it. And most of it is, I'm not gonna call it jealousy. It's just the fear of the unknown. You know. And it used to be. I can say this. I'm gonna say this on air. It used to be if a coach had a really good guy. Guess what? When that bag man came, that coach guy broke off a little bit. So guess what? He always protected that kid because he wanted to protect his he wanted to protect his bank. So I've seen more head coaches take money than I have 7-on-7 coaches when it comes to you know um, taking money for a kid. Back in the day, it was all high school coaches. They
Yeah.
were robbing the bag man. you know, you seen that little clip that I sent you about the bag man in Mississippi.
I
The
did.
bag man used to be something serious around here, bro.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, and Zias came in talking about all the Sooners in the Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl, yeah,
You
man,
got
it's a lot.
seven
Seven,
that finished their career at Oklahoma, but you also had Grant Calcaterra. He played 3 out of his 4 years at OU. He only played his last season at SMU, and the only reason he did that was because they told him he had to medically retire because of what was going on with him, and here he is still in the NFL.
wow, that's crazy.
Right? So whatever happened, I mean, we can say whatever we want here. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's been chilly out here. Actually, it's been hot during the day there, Charles, but it's been colder than shit at night. I was freezing my ass off earlier. Um, but no, there's honestly, and there's another one. Well, you also have who's on injured reserve or whatever. So you would actually have 9 guys total that have been at Oklahoma that are in this Super Bowl right now. If it hadn't been
who are
one
the?
of them was on the injured reserve. I was trying to remember. They were talking about it
Oh, okay.
on the breakdown earlier. I'm trying to remember
Hey,
who it is.
hey, look, he gonna get a ring too. So,
Listen, man. I mean, he got hurt. So, but
right.
the long snapper, that's the cool one to me. That dude. There's another one of these guys that found a way, right? Sometimes you just those specialists and stuff, they end up getting in there. It's James Winchester. And
Okay.
he's their long snapper, man. He's the chief long snapper. He's a bad dude. But he's been in the league for 10 years now. 10 years.
Hey, find a way, bro.
Yeah.
Find a way to stay.
And think about Lane Johnson. We were talking about guys that are, Lane was a quarterback at which JUCO was it? It's I want to say it was in Texarkana. It's got to be that one in
Might
Texarkana.
be.
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. You guys help me out with that. He was a quarterback. They brought him in. He's a Hall of Famer now. First
That's
ballot,
crazy.
almost definitely. And that's what Eichert was talking about today. He's like, it's boring to watch this son of a bitch. He just beats his guy up all fucking day.
Wow.
But, and Eichert played with him. So, I mean, they're buddies. But the dude is unbelievable. And, I mean, obviously we talk about Creed. And then you talk about, they used to have Orlando Brown there as well. But Wanya Morris.
Yeah, no, I thought he
unsung. Wanya Morris is an unsung dude. He was
Orlando is
okay.
not there anymore. Oh yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's with.
No, Wanya is with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know he one is with Chief. Where's Orlando Brown at now?
Bengals.
Bengals, yeah, with the Bengals.
He got paid. He got paid big. He's one of the highest paid left tackles in the game.
Coach B.
Kilgore Community College. Thank you there, Jenna. Appreciate that. Welcome into the show. Remember as a kiddo when Winchester's daddy was kicking off for the powerhouse Switzer teams of the mid-'80s? It's badass. Another specialist.
Hey, get on the field any way possible, bro.
Facts. Dude, hey, there's a lot of money to be made. Look at the kickers are a trip, number one, but look at your boy, man. He comes from, it's wild, man. He'd never been a holder before. Any of that kind of stuff. Talking about what's his name from the show. He's got the biggest sports show right now.
Oh, you talking about Pat?
Pat. Yeah. He was a hell of a punter. But the only reason he ended up with the Colts is because he said that he could hold. And he was
Pat
lying.
McAfee. Yeah, Pat McAfee. Crazy, man.
Pat McAfee's ass. He's making millions. But, I mean, he had a good career, too. He was a hell of a kicker.
Dude, I'm going to tell you this. This is crazy. My first year of traveling, I ended up, I tell you, we was in practice, and a guy broke our long snapper broke his hand.
Yeah.
And my partner, Kurt, was a kicker, and we used to hang out and everything all the time. So I snapped a couple of times, and they actually was trying to find somebody, and Kurt was like, "Hey, Marcus can do it." I'm like, "Man, what the hell are you talking about?" So I get down there, man. I snapped one. It went to the left. And coach like, "Man, get your ass up there." I said, "Oh, give me one more, coach." And I snapped that son on, zoop, straight to him. Zoop, straight to him. Dude.
Yeah.
I ended up traveling.
Like that.
I ended up traveling as a long snapper, bro. That's how I made the first travel team as a long snapper. Now I didn't stay there. I ended up, playing, doing special teams, then actually got into my role as playing tight end. But man, you get on the field any way necessary. By any means necessary at that. So, yeah, man. Hats off to him, bro.
No doubt. And 10 years in the league, man, that's longer than most people don't make it 10 minutes.
Dude. That's retirement. That's retirement, bro. Dude, 10 years in the league as a long snapper. I don't give a damn if you're making the league minimum. Bro, you getting paid. You getting paid. After 5 years in the league, I think there's a minimum.
You're fully vested.
You're vested. Then
I think it's 4 years actually, but it's
yeah. But then there's a certain amount of money that they had to pay you.
Yeah.
Once you get that 4 or 5 years, yeah.
Well, and that could cut both ways though, right there. That's how Landry is no longer in the NFL because he hadn't shown enough as a backup, and it was going to be too expensive. Quarterbacks, their window closes quick.
Mm-hmm.
Their window generally closes pretty damn quick.
Man, there was a guy by the name of Shane Matthews, played at Florida.
I remember that kid.
He's from Mississippi.
That
dude got like three or maybe 4 NFL rings, bro.
Chilling.
Holding a clipboard.
Yeah.
He played like 13 years in the league, bro.
Yep.
And this was before the collective bargaining agreement and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Dude, he never he never had his agent to push, hey, I want to be the starting. Hey, get me over here. I have a chance to be a starting guy. He was content with holding that clipboard, and when they needed him, he went in the game and did his job.
There's a guy still like that right now in the league. Think about it for a second. This dude went to Mizzou, but fuck Mizzou. But
Hold up.
quarterback, come on.
Man, it's on the tip of my tongue.
He's playing with the Chargers now. I think he is anyway.
Shit.
Chase Daniels, bro. Chase
I can't.
Daniels.
Chase Daniel. Yeah.
Chase Daniels. Yeah.
He been
Yeah, so I covered
in
him.
the
I
league for a
covered him in
minute.
high school when he was at South Lake Carroll. I saw him in high school. He was good. He was good. I didn't know that he was that. He could throw it, but they were loaded. Man, that was back in the day when South Lake Carroll could not be touched. And he was, I mean, he was really good. But
There was
I
a
didn't
there
think
was
he
a
was that
quarterback.
good. He's pretty good, but
Uh,
think about his career. That dude has
yeah.
played very little, but they keep paying
Hey.
him. And their minimum on a guy like that that's been in the league for what, 12 years now? Something like that. The minimum on a
Mm,
quarterback backup guy, you're talking $5 to $10 million a year. I don't even know what it is at this point.
there was a quarterback
It's wild shit, man.
back in the 80s that played for the Raiders. Black guy.
Mhm.
His name was Vince something. I can't remember his name. I'm showing my age. But this guy was a backup to Jim Plunkett, to everybody. He
Yep.
stayed in the league a long time.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you want a buck and you want to say I want to be the man, that's the quickest way to get your ass up out of there.
true. Look,
You
if they,
know.
and I mean, you think about what was the guy's name that is, he may even still be there. What's the Michigan quarterback? Uh, that he was with the Chiefs and he played in that playoff game and they barely beat Baker and them when Baker was still with the Browns. Henny. Uh,
Yeah, Henny.
yeah,
Yeah, Henny. That's it.
Chad Henne,
Henny.
yeah.
Yeah, Chad, he been in the league.
Oh, he was in the league for a long time too. And
Yeah.
what you do is you show up and you don't fuck it up whenever you have to go in.
When
If
you
they can
go
trust
in,
you, that's what they do.
when you go in and you take care of business and you go over here on the sideline and you sit back and you chill, you dap
Mhm.
your partners up and stuff, say, hey man, I told y'all motherfuckers I can play. Man, I'm on in. No, you go over there, you handle your business, you come back.
It's all
Hey,
business.
it's all business. I did what I
Man,
did my
you should
job.
feel blessed to stand there and hold your clipboard and not have to get beat up like anybody else and make your money. I mean,
Yep.
everybody wants to play if you're at that level. I get it. But you know what? There's a niche for people, bro. There's a niche for and like the whole long snappers and guys like that. Brother, come on, man. I think the best job has got to be kicking. Maybe punting, not
Nah,
so much field goal kicking.
I say the two best jobs in the NFL
Yeah.
is long snapping and punting
Yeah.
because kickers got a lot of pressure on them.
They do. Punters though, you better get it right.
Yeah, but it ain't nowhere near as bad as that kicker.
Oh no.
That kicker
Missing a field
can
goal,
make
you
or
can
break
end it.
your ass.
Listen, man, there's guys that you remember only because of kicks they missed. So I get it. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
I mean that's it.
Scott Norwood, shit like that. I
Oh,
mean, come on, man. Wide left
why left?
or wide
Hey,
right. I don't even
but
remember that now, but
I,
it's
you know,
the
I
Giants
mean,
and the Bills.
I think about it now. If I
Mhm.
know what I knew back in the day, if I knew it now, oh, I'd have long snap, bro. It because when I came out of college, they were still drafting guys and just making them special team guys.
Yeah.
Period. It was just I know guys that play special teams the whole
It's
time in
pretty
the
rare now that
NFL.
they even draft kickers unless they're just that good.
Right. Yep,
But
you're
it's
right
still
about
a
that.
risk. It's a risk of some of those
Right.
guys, you know?
Yeah,
I don't
a
know.
lot of them are mental.
Hey, yeah, hey, coach says this all the time. Coach Royball's like, "Man, you don't wanna fuck with them kickers." He goes, "You gotta keep them away from your team. They're like pole vaulters, kickers and pole vaulters. They're all fucked up." That's what he says it all the time.
Coach
Kickers and
crazy,
pole
man.
vaulters. He's fucking hilarious, dude. Coach Royball makes
Man.
shout out to Coach Royball. His family's sick. The whole family.
Wow.
The whole
COVID.
family. I don't think it's COVID. I guess it could be, but I don't think so. He did say it was. Yeah, I
Oh
thought
wow.
his grandson got that stomach flu. Next thing you know, his son had it, and I talked to him yesterday. He said, "Man, I'm headed to the fucking pharmacy to get some for me now too." I was like, "Lord,"
Man.
I was like, "Oh no." So,
Trying to stay away from all that, bro.
oh yeah, I stayed. He was like, "You come get my truck to go get the washer dryer." I was like, "No, no, 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 I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good."
But I can tell you this, man. Um, you look at kids that like N'Kobe Dean that played
Yeah,
at he's from Mississippi, and I watched that kid play all through high school, and he was a 5 star. But man, he just had that damn it factor, bro. That motherfucker had an it factor
mm,
that was out this world. I mean, he played linebacker at Georgia, but he played quarterback. Okay, I'm gonna tell you who, like Jared Canick. Go look at Jared Canick high school film, and go
yeah.
look at Nicole Dean high school film. Very similar.
Similar. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very similar.
Hey man, we liable to see some of that from Canick, man, again. He's gonna be that H back. He's officially changed sides. I mean, hell, hey, what's up there, John? I ain't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you. Good to see you in here, man.
I
Yeah,
can
at
see
work watching
I
it.
can see Canick taking that snap, that
So
direct snap.
Samuel got his number from the defense. So I mean, he may still be that number on the other side, but Samuel Omosigo is now number 7. So he's no longer on the defense.
Yeah, he's playing H back.
I love it.
He's
We've been
playing
hoping
H
for that
back.
for a while. I just wanna see him have some success because of how
But dude,
he's
the
such
dude
an athlete, bro.
he is an athlete. This is what I want to know.
Mm.
And talking a little OU football, I guess. But
Yeah, let's talk.
you got him, man. You got Mitchell. You got Hams, man. I think you got enough in the stable to be successful at that spot from either tight end to H back. Now, if they're gonna make him a true H back, he's not gonna be in that tight end spot.
Sure.
And I'm hoping that's what they do. I'm hoping that's pretty much what they do. Um, man, I'm telling you, and nobody's talking, but man, I really want to see Devon Mitchell pop out next year. I mean, he reclassified, and I get it. You know, he wanted to come on out, some things going on, but man, Devon got Devon got freaking NFL side, bro.
Hey, man, he reminds a lot of people. I mean, he hadn't he I mean, I don't like to make these comparisons, but when you look at him, it screams Jermaine Gresham.
Oh man, he got everything, bro. And if they get that everything right up here to
Mhm.
go with what's in here, oh, he gonna be a damn beast. Nobody's
By
talking
the end of
about
the
him, but
year, he was saying, I mean, for all this stuff that people were bitching because he didn't play much or whatever in the bowl game, and he owned it all. He owned it.
on
He
every
goes,
bit
"I
of
ain't
it.
ready. I ain't ready. I didn't perform like I needed to." He was
Right.
17 too, you know? He should have
Yeah,
been a senior
man.
in high school.
That's right. He's been out there rolling houses or
He
whatever
was
the
the
heck they
number
do where
1
he from.
player in California for the 26 class or for the 25 class. They dropped him way back.
And some of these dummies on the podcasts, the sites, they seem to forget that. They seem to forget what he were.
Another PSU guy in here. James Franklin going to get it done this year. There's not a team in the SEC that can deal with this.
All I'm gonna say is 2 words: Ole Miss.
Bruh, come on, man.
Ole Miss.
You guys beat SMU and Boise. Let's not get crazy. All right, let's not get crazy here. You lost to Notre
James.
Dame. You lost your
James
ass
can't
to Ohio
win.
State. Come on, bro.
James can't win the big one, Franklin. That's what we call him.
Mm-hmm. Joe
He
Flacco is
can't
the
win it.
reason you should never pay a kicker them bags, give them some big money. Now they start misbehaving at massage parlor.
Say what?
Chris, he be talking some shit, man. All he does is
Hey, I'm not gonna say anything about that, man. That's crazy.
shit. Penn State pound sand is what old Charles said. Pound some sand. My boy Crow in here. Love it. I hope Kanek gets some playing time on offense. Hey, listen, Neilio talks about it. He was killing people in the state of Kansas.
They didn't move him for nothing.
Go watch his damn high school film. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. In fact, let's find some high school film from Jaron Kanek just for shits and giggles here. Fuck, dude. It's unreal.
He was the dude, man.
Yeah.
And they're not moving him not to play him. They're gonna do something with him
Mm-hmm.
because he's athletic.
Very athletic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Very athletic.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pulling for that whole tight end room, man, because
Me too.
everybody's so down on him, man. And I think
And
him.
and Joe John too, man. They're pissy
Yeah.
about
I mean, here's the thing. He's an OU guy, and you treat him like shit. Just being honest with you.
Yeah, some of them do. Some of
You
them do.
know. You
Look,
know.
he didn't call
That's
good plays.
crazy.
It's fair to say that part. It's fair to criticize the play calling. It's fair to criticize what happened as far as that goes. But I do think that we forget sometimes what he was and what he did. You know what I'm saying? At
Oh,
Oklahoma.
no doubt.
I mean, he deserves more love than that for sure.
Well,
That's
here's the thing, man. Although he had the co-OC tag, I don't think he had a whole lot to do with that offense from the get go.
I don't either.
I don't. I think there was a tag given to him for I don't know what reason, and I can't
They
say,
were trying to keep some
and I don't
continuity
have
with
nothing.
Lenny system.
Yeah, and
They
I
were
don't
trying to
have
keep
anything to
continuity
back it
with
up.
Lenny's system. That's what it was.
But I'm gonna say this: I appreciate what he did, because he didn't have a whole season to plan an offense or to put one in. It was a day to day, day to day, night by night type deal. Yeah, some things didn't look good, but I can honestly say he gave a hell of an effort, and
Right.
it just some things just didn't work out.
This may not actually work out well for me to use this video. It might get clipped.
Well, he got some music in it or something.
No, it's this guy's, but he's doing a fair use thing, so I don't know why he would come after me on it, but he could because it's his video. Look at Jaron, man. Good Lord, just running through dudes. Just running through them.
Oh, can it?
I don't give a shit. They can take it off.
Oh,
We don't
no.
have any views anyway.
Oh, man, they ain't gonna fool that much stuff go on out here on this thing.
Bro, look at this cat. Just through these dudes. Now, obviously, you ain't gonna do that in the SEC, but you might do it a little. But look at this. I mean, he was just, man, his speed is off the chains. And look, no hesitation. This is the difference between him as a linebacker and him as,
The skill guy.
a skill guy. Because zero hesitation. He's firing through a hole. And, I can see him making catches. You know, he loves contact. He doesn't mind the blocking. I think he could be an important piece of that offense this year. He could,
Hmm. I think that's why they moved him.
especially situationally. Absolutely.
I think that's why they
Oh,
moved him.
oh, just erasing. I mean, man, make him a running back. Let him run. Give a damn. Let the dude run.
And he's
Whew.
not a little guy either. He's like what 6'3".
No, yeah, and he's. I think he's up around 230 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Still that fast. I mean, that's big time, brother.
I saw him on a video. He
10
is good
5
size.
100. 10 5 100. Yes, he did.
Ooh, that's rolling.
Mhm. It's unbelievable. You played high school football postseason game on that field with the huge tiger on it? Cool. If you want to say Jackson Arnold over Bo, it's a toss, but I give Bo the edge. What? What? What are you talking about?
Huh?
Bo who? Bentley? We don't give a shit about J.A. right now, just to be honest with you, bro. He gone.
He gone.
He gone. He's on the menu this year. He does. Let's hope they don't Bauer Sharpie. No, Jen says. Run the offense through him, you mean? All right, now
Man, look. This is what I can't understand, bro.
Jen, you're
This
hilarious.
kid, this kid ended up going to LSU. He's not the type of cat that LSU normally get for a tight end.
Doesn't that make you feel like that's just this is not LSU that you know?
Man, not at
DJ
all.
is not that cat, dude. And they're not winning. They're not winning anything that everybody expected him to do so well. What's he done? He's got a Heisman winner. Okay, he went to the SEC championship the first year. That, so what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what?
It's crazy.
Dude was a baller. Man, I love that stuff. I love that stuff.
Hey, we're gonna have plenty of it in a couple of days, man. When we get this file, it's probably gonna drive you crazy when you open it up.
What's that? Oh, the one that oh
One
well.
from the night, yeah.
Listen, man, we're gonna have to negotiate a little bit there, big Gus.
Hey, yeah, it's all good, bro.
Messing with you, man. You know I love this stuff. You know I love this stuff. And I'll be honest, I mean, here we go. It's to me, I feel like this is one of the things that I really like doing. And you know, I did a lot of that with Darian. I was trying really hard with him. Did the same with another friend of mine's kid. But you know, and the more I like watching certain kids, I'm not so big in recruiting where I got to watch every move that all these kids make. I don't hop in their DMs and do any of that kind of shit. I'm not into that. But I do love 7-on-7. I do like seeing guys succeed, and I love watching football, man. I'd watch the shit no matter who's playing it and where.
Well, check this
Doesn't
out right
matter.
here. Check this out. Um, in Mississippi next year, women's flag football will be sanctioned. It's being sanctioned all over. There's 18 schools that are playing flag football and giving full scholarships,
Mm.
which is crazy. So the 7-on-7 world in itself, has pretty much adopted the flag. But if you go and you look at um, the NFL Network, why is the NFL Network showing 7v7 tournaments?
How's Isaiah doing in winter workouts? What Jimmy wants to know real quick.
Oh man, he's doing well, man. He's up to about 320 right now. Getting his strength up, man. He's doing really well, man. He's enjoying it. Learning a new system, which he thinks is going to be a lot quicker. I think just some of the stuff that they're doing, man. They got a lot more confidence than what they had last year as a collective group, man. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and they're wiser. So the offensive line that you're used to, you're gonna have that next year probably and some.
Yeah. Nelia wants to know, does the name Amarion Fortenberry out of Columbia, Missouri ring a bell? He's a
Yeah, I've heard
DB who
of him.
played one season at South Alabama, was one of the more highly demanded DB transfers from this past portal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fortenberry, yep. I've seen him on the circuit. Yep. He he should be a good one.
There's a lot of guys that are. I mean, look, again, you go back to some of these guys, a lot of people that were saying stuff about, oh, when Giovanni, and I listen, you got to give props to Big Dent here because it was on my show. We were on the morning show there, and he was bringing him up because you saw him there playing at Alcorn for the homecoming game. You're like, this kid is an SEC player.
Oh yeah,
And
man. He's a
then
good
it was
kid.
funny because Coach Ricks is like, hey, that's my nephew you're talking about. Next thing you know, Oklahoma's interested. The dude is a baller, though, man. Straight
Yeah.
up. Thank God you said something about that because he's the kind of dude. We did yesterday. I don't know if you noticed. We did our top 10 or our top 5 wide receivers in the country. Make sure you get out there and vote for that. By the way, guys. In fact, I'll get that link and put it in here.
Mm-hmm.
But I put on there for Oklahoma's sake, if you want to vote it for, like, look, I think that Dion Burke should have a huge year. We hope to have a bigger year. He's got to stay healthy, but the kid is a touchdown waiting to happen, right?
He is.
He is.
And
But
we
I
gotta
would
put him
not
in a
be
we
that
gotta put him we gotta
surprised.
put him in a good situation.
We do. But it wouldn't surprise me, though, if you saw Giovanni be that guy. It wouldn't surprise me if you saw, Jaden Gibson be that guy. Wouldn't surprise me if you saw,
People,
hey, brother,
bruh, I
there's
can't wait.
look,
Man, check this out. You got Jay
Zion
Gibbs.
Reagans, Zion Kearney. Zion Kearney's a baller, dude.
Dude, here's the thing. You got Gibson coming back. He should be good. From what I'm hearing, he's gonna be ready. I don't know how much they play him in the spring. I don't think they play him in the spring. I really don't. But dude, he's gonna be ready. You got Burks gonna be ready. I think Giovanni Gibson gonna be. I mean, these are some big bodies that can run. When you get 6'3" at 210 pounds that can run, come on, man. That
Mhm.
they eating up space.
And
Those big bodies eat up space,
his route running is unbelievable.
bro.
Ivan
Bro, I'm
Carry-On's
telling
another
you.
one. Absolutely. Ivan Carry-On's another one.
Hey, you think about this for Ivan. Ivan is not a burner. He's
No,
not a
but
speedster. But guess what?
speed. He's got speed, but the
But
dude
dude,
is
he take up so much space
yeah. Yeah.
on the field. You can't not miss him because he's so doggone huge.
Yeah.
You can't miss him. I mean, he's going to me. You know what I would do? Everybody talking about throw the deep ball to him. I don't know how much speed he has to catch that, but dude, he showed me in that Navy game he could be a possession guy. Big as he is, you can find him on the field. When you look left or right, you're gonna see his big ass, and he
Do
could
it, bro.
become a
Somebody needs to call in. Shit. What are y'all doing? Y'all asking us questions in there instead of fucking picking up the phone.
look. You remember what's his name to play with the Eagles? And this I'm showing my age. Carmichael. He was like 6'7". I can't think of what his first name was. But he played in the '80s. Dude, he wasn't a guy that really just but he was a big guy that whenever they looked around, he was there because he was so big you couldn't miss him. And you could throw it to the left or to the right. He had the wingspan to stretch and go get it. It didn't make a difference what the defensive back was on him. It didn't make a difference.
It's all good, Ziz. I'll just bust your chops, man. But
What did he say?
that's not true. They're gonna play the spring game. They're gonna play the
Who?
spring game. Chrissy
Who
talking
said they
more
were?
shit. Chrissy
well,
talking more shit.
well, look, check this out. I'm gonna tell you something. You know who was ahead of the curve on that? Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin didn't play a spring game last
I
year.
don't know, but look, I mean, you can't say that was a successful thing because they didn't.
Well, I mean, I don't think them losing Kentucky had
I don't
nothing to
think
do with
that.
that. They just dropped
I
the
don't think it
ball,
did either. But I'm just saying.
but
Look,
they wasn't
there were times that
poached.
they didn't play that well in certain games. That Florida game they should have won, they didn't.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think the spring game had
I
anything
don't
to do
think
with
they
that.
were as
It
competitive as
was
they should
about
have been. They weren't. They didn't seem like. Look, Oklahoma had every opportunity to beat them too, with
oh yeah,
no offense, bro. Come on, man.
zero. Yeah. The only thing hurt us, man. Sexton went down and we couldn't stop that freaking tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Now he made one man. Jackson Dart made one of the prettiest throws I've ever seen in my life. When he rolled over to the doggone left side and he threw that doggone ball over. I mean, he just threw it, and the receiver wasn't even looking. All of a sudden, he looked up, and there that song was. I was like, "Shit, ain't nothing you can do about that, buddy. Nothing you
Sometimes
can do
there ain't.
about that."
I mean,
Mm-mm.
talking about guys that are around that 6'3", 220 range, you guys have heard me talk about Otis Taylor. Shout out to Otis Taylor's family, man. The guy should be in the Hall of Fame for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, Otis Taylor, yeah, for sure.
Nobody could cover the guy. Nobody could cover the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this was prior. Look, everything the man did was prior to the no contact rule. Prior to the no contact rule. If they hadn't have been able to freaking tackle his ass all the way down the field, nobody would have stopped Otis Taylor, man.
Yep, I agree.
Shout out to Otis Taylor's family. OT3. Somebody needs to do something. The Chiefs, motherfuckers, do something. Get the man in. Get the man in. I know it's probably not going to happen, but it makes me sick to death. There's another one that I think Lamar, he's one of my favorite old school players. He actually has as good has the same stats as like Prime did. He was a returner, another HBCU guy.
What did he play?
He played for the Bengals all those years.
No,
with
what
Ken.
HBCU did he play at?
Oh, I don't remember. Lamar Parrish is who I'm talking about.
Oh, Lamar Parrish. Yep.
Lamar Parrish was a bad dude. He was a 10-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All NFL. And he would tell you, I love this guy. I first found out about him because they had him on talking about Otis Taylor, and he was like, shit. He goes, you couldn't touch the dude. He goes, if you made a mistake, it was over. He goes, I was never afraid of anybody except for Otis Taylor. He's the only guy that scared me as a DB ever. And that included guys like, I'm not going to shit on any other Hall of Famers, but there's Hall of Famers that couldn't hold Otis's jock. Let's just be real.
Yeah, we all know that's politics. The reason why he's not in. So, but let me ask you this: what we got you? We talking about Hall of Fame. What do you think about Sterling Sharp going in?
I think it's fair. I think he should have been. He was he was the best player on the field for a while, right?
Yes.
The best receiver. He was right up there with Jerry Rice for about 3 years, bro.
He had some numbers that were better than Jerry.
He did. He did. He was doing his thing. I could tell you that, they never had another receiver like that. After not with Brett Favre, they didn't. They had good receivers. I'm not saying they weren't good. They weren't. They weren't Sterling.
No, they weren't Sterling. I mean, you had the kid that played at Alcorn State, Donald Driver. He was good, but he wasn't Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp was his 7 years in the NFL. Yeah. There were guys who played 10 years that had his stats and they got in. So he should have been in
every year.
Yeah, he should have been in, man. And I think I think Shannon was a heavy advocate for that. You know,
I'll put it to you this way: when it comes to Otis, though, we can talk about Otis a little bit with the way that they in a league in a time that the pass wasn't happening a ton all around the league, at the merger era.
right?
The Chiefs even ran it less, about at minimum 100 times less than the next, 100 times fewer in a season than the next non-passing team. They just didn't do it. But yeah, he had 2,000-yard seasons, which was rare in those days. And they were both on 57 catches. 57.
Mm-hmm.
The man averaged 17 and a half for his career. It's unreal. It's unreal, man. I can sit here and do this all day. Coach, you look like you're sleepy-headed, and it looks like, and I know
I'm finna get him.
You got to
Yeah,
get
I
up.
gotta drive in the morning, man. Got a 8-hour drive back to the SIP.
Who was the quarterback for Sterling Sharp at South Carolina? Do you remember?
Who was this quarterback?
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that at all either. I'm trying to think who was it.
I remember him in the NFL. I didn't know him. We were pretty young then. Damn, bro, Neilio knows some shit.
No, but Sterling, hold up, bro. Sterling got to be.
Yeah, he's older.
50. I'm trying to think. Shannon is 55.
Yeah,
Sterling is 57 or 58.
And maybe even a little older than that, because he was had been in the league for a while whenever
I think they're like 4 years apart.
I think they are too.
Yeah, 4 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 years apart.
Bro, and
yeah, man.
Dog too, bro. Todd Ellis.
Oh, man.
Todd Ellis was the quarterback there.
Man, Shannon, I remember I had a friend of mine, he passed away now. He played with Shannon at Savannah State. And man, he said Shannon was a dude. Like South Carolina and some of the other schools, they came to get him, after his first or second year. And, they was gonna pay him a little money to come and all that kind of stuff. And man, he stayed away. I mean, he really wanted to, but I think his grandmama talked him in the stand.
Yeah.
And he stayed. And I mean, it worked out for him, bro. I mean, they're going to be the first two brothers to go in the Hall of Fame. That's big.
Is that the first two?
Yeah, they the first two brothers.
Wow.
You remember Shannon said it. He said,
but here's what I will say about it, though. He shouldn't have got in before Otis did.
Well, I mean, probably Otis should have been in. Yeah. Otis was way before him.
Years ago, he should have been in.
Yeah, but like you say, you know what that situation is all about. So yeah, man.
I do know what it's about. It's about a lot. It's tied to racism from day one.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is that when all that stuff happened, there are different things that happened. Number one, when the judge, they called Lloyd Wells the judge. Now he used to go through those HBCU schools and get kids to bring to the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, they all did.
They drafted him early. The Eagles drafted him way late. I think he was a 6th rounder in the AFL draft. The Eagles had drafted him like 18th round or something. I forget the exact round. But then somehow the Cowboys ended up with his rights, and they were trying to hide him out. Well, the judge went and found him and took him up to get signed, and that pissed a lot of people off. And then there was some of the stuff. I think some of it could have had something to do with Ali. He was tight with Ali, but the real thing was the stuff with Jack Watts.
The lawsuit and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd get you every time, bro.
Yeah. Well,
that'd get you every time.
He attacked him. He attacked him thinking that he was a scab player. The dude was already
50. He should have hit him. He should have knocked his ass out.
Well, yeah, but Jack Del Rio was a big son of a bitch, brand new early. And I mean, he held his own, I think. But he sued, and apparently, I mean, from what I understand, Lamar Hunt said he will never be in the Hall of Fame because of it.
And see, that's about like that gatekeeper shit in music, man. I can't stand that
Well,
shit,
and
bro.
hey, the Hall of Fame, the NFL, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's not the NFL Hall of Fame. The Pro Football Hall of Fame, a bunch of fat fuck sports writers that never played the game and act like they know what the fuck is going on. When look, when a guy like Ken Houston, who is a top 100 all-time safety, tells you that there was nobody better than Otis Taylor, you should listen.
Nah, and they're not going. I
Mean
mean,
Joe Green tells you there was nobody better than Otis Taylor, you should listen.
that's my guy, Mean Joe. That's what. Hey, look, Mean Joe. You just perked me back up, man. Mean Joe was the guy who got me, watching the Steelers.
Hell, shit, he was scary.
Man,
Fucking
dude,
scary.
Mean Joe Green was the guy, bro. At
Mhm.
75, shit, man. Everybody in the neighborhood wanted to be Mean Joe. Hey, I can remember the commercial. Hey, kid.
Yeah. Del Rio was a total freak of a human being as a linebacker here in KC. He was. He's a piece of
Yeah,
shit
man.
then though too, man. He still is.
Man,
From
I
what
tell
I
you what, son.
understand, not a cool guy. But
Who's
I mean,
that?
that was some bullshit what he did with Otis. But look, in the end, and then here's the other part. It may not just even be that. He was in on the Seau case. You guys realize that the last 15 years of his life, he was bedridden, couldn't even talk. He gave his life to the game of football. Otis did. Gave his life to it. The dude didn't go out of bounds. He wasn't. He was a blocker, a willing blocker as a receiver. How many damn wide receivers making big blocks now? It just doesn't happen.
Gee, they running from that shit, bro.
Fuck. Come on, man.
I mean, if you
And
find a
I get it. It's
receiver
a
that can
different era.
block,
I'm not even saying that shit. I'm just saying the dude played 14 game seasons. There was nobody better. And that includes Lance Allworth, who had better numbers, but they threw the shit out of the ball.
that's true. I like Lance. I
I
like
like
Lance.
Lance
I ain't gonna
too,
tell you
man.
no.
Bambi was a
I
bad dude, bro.
I
Bambi was,
I had a Lance jersey, man. I had one.
he was a bad
I had
dude.
one. Yeah, he was a bad dude. When they first came out with the throwbacks, that was one tight jersey, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Man, I paid $105 for that damn jersey, bro.
Damn.
Yep. Oh yeah, that was back in the day, man. That was like 99,
Listen, I'm a Niner guy. I'm
2000.
a Niner fan from the Rice era, and I'm going to tell you that Otis was a top three. If you were to look, I've got a stat. I did I called it apples to apples, to where I comped their stats out, kind of switching out their because you can go by the amount. First off, the amount of passes they even throw, but
Mm-hmm.
he was responsible for more of the team's receiving yards than anybody other than Jerry Rice, right? And then maybe Randy Moss too, but like it's right there with both of those guys. Um,
But I'm gonna tell you this, since you're a 49er fan,
mm,
dude. John Taylor was a bad son gun too, bro.
oh, he was, yeah, but he
John
didn't
Taylor.
he didn't have the same kind of a longevity career. Like, dude, Jerry Rice was the man, bro.
Oh man, look, Jerry Rice from the crib, bro. You
I
you
know
know
where
I
he is.
know.
He's Mississippi Valley
Yeah,
State. I know where he went.
yeah, man. He from the crib.
One of the greatest stories ever. It's one of the
I
greatest
could sh-
stories ever.
I could take you right to where mom and dad stayed, man. And here's the thing: what a lot of people don't know about Jerry Rice is two guys that are in the Hall of Fame right now, that their love was not football,
Yeah,
and that was Shannon Sharp and Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was a hell of a basketball player. Tom Rice is his name. That's his name. Jerry is not his first name.
I knew
But
that.
Tom,
I met
yeah.
his brother in Vegas. His brother lived in the his
Which
his
one?
brother's. Oh shit, man! If you hadn't asked me that, I would have just said it.
Light skinned Gino.
Looks just like Jerry, man. My niece went to school with his
Okay.
dad. So hold on, let
Okay.
me share this real quick though. But yeah, dude, bro, it was it's pretty insane.
Man, Jerry could hoop though, bro. He could hoop.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh
surprised.
hell yeah.
Don't
He
surprise
loved
me.
to hoop, man. Nobody will offer him out of high school.
Mhm. Nobody would offer him.
Nah, man. Mm-mm.
This dude cooked, bro. He cooked everybody, including a bunch of damn Steelers that are Hall of Famers now, bro.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's unfortunate, man. You know, that's why um it's just unfortunate because he should have been
Very
in.
unfortunate. There's a lot of guys that are like that too. That's the problem. It's not even just to him. The one that I wanted to do, to be honest, all I wanted to do really for the longest time, my thing was I want to go and try to help a lot of these cats. A
Hmm.
lot of these cats. You know what I mean? They deserve to
And the thing
be.
about it is, I say this, and I'm not saying he's not deserving of it, but
He's not going to
I
get in
know
there. Probably. He's
well,
almost
no, no,
definitely not getting in.
I'm not talking about him, but you know Shannon had something to do with his brother getting in, and not, he didn't twist nobody's arm or make it, but Shannon made the statement that if you go by the numbers, is it the Hall of Fame of longevity, or is the Hall of Fame of the best players? If you, longevity, I get it. He ain't played for 7 years, and it was a freak accident. I don't know if you ever saw the video. It was crazy. He didn't get hit. Somebody just pushed him, and boom, it broke his neck or whatever the situation was.
Look at this
But
guy's speed, bro.
oh yeah, he should be in.
Yeah.
He should be in.
This
But
conversation I had with Zeke Moore was hilarious. I talked to him in Houston, and he just kept saying he would knock you out. He would knock you out. And I got a story from one of my guys over there in Houston. I love this guy. He's got a great radio show, and he kept saying that when Zeke and Otis would get on the field before a game, that they'd be like, "All right, we fighting today or playing? How's it going? How are we going to do this?" I love shit like this. I love
that
shit
would,
like this.
yeah, that's ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I mean, you got did Andre Rison get in there? Did he go to the hall?
I don't think so.
I
No,
don't think he is
his
in. I don't
numbers
think
aren't.
he's in.
And for his era, his numbers are. But like Torrey Holt's in. I love Torrey Holtz. I think he deserves to be in.
Yeah, fastest show on turf, man. God dang.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah,
can
he
you
was good.
imagine? All right, so there's my apples to apples stats. Think about this. Torrey Holt, the year that year that they won the Super Bowl, and
I don't want to talk about it.
he was one of 3,000-yard receivers, right?
Yeah.
Had 80 something catches, bro. If Otis would have ever got that kind of opportunity, like, man, Travis Kelce's like triple, quadrupled his catches already. Still hasn't caught him in touchdowns. So I think he may have just done it.
Mm, that's crazy. But man, I don't know. It's gonna be
Otis was the guy, bro. There's just
yeah.
nothing else to it. I
So
mean,
how long? So I'm trying to think. Does that one to close when it comes to Hall of Fame, or is it always open? I think like in baseball, it closes, right?
it doesn't close. It's
Oh, okay.
what they're doing. Here's the problem with it. And we did ad nauseum stuff about this, and I guess this is where we're talking about now. But like this, Herb Adderley, another Pro Football Hall of Famer, played for the Packers. He was like, bro, the guy was unreal. Everybody, all these dudes that look, that dude he just cooked in the Super Bowl, Hall of Famer.
Mm-mm.
You know, Unbelievable.
How many
That
years
play
did he
alone,
play?
like 10 years.
Yeah,
He's credited with 11 years. He didn't play any of that. I mean, he's got a game apparently. Did you see that one-handed catch? He was doing it before it mattered, before people did that shit.
bro.
Bro, he was on I didn't know who the guy was when I got approached about this thing. Didn't have a clue. I mean, he was done playing when I was born. So, but I watched this stuff and I'm like, how the fuck do you not have this guy in the Hall of Fame? Look at this. How many receivers would have went down a shit long time before that? He's running over and through people.
Dude,
It's
I
just stupid.
mean,
Yeah, he passed away 2 years ago now.
well, I knew it had been a while. Well, look, bro, I'm gonna have to get out of here.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
got,
I'm not gonna stay much longer either. I'll just
I
yeah. Appreciate you
got to
coming
get.
in, big dog.
Oh
Get a
man,
hold of
it's
me
all
tomorrow.
good, bro.
We'll get some of that going on your film, and shout out to you for everything you're doing for them kids, man. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
All right,
Peace
man.
out.
Later,
All right,
man.
man.
Marcus Dent from the Gridiron Insight, my guy. Appreciate him coming on to the show. Yeah, Bryce, let's do this. We're gonna do an Otis Taylor lover for a minute, and then I'm gonna get out of here too. But another chief that should have been in the hall, buddy. But I saw something about them talking about Trier. He killed himself and his wife, man, and they're talking about putting him in, and they're not making enough noise about Otis, man. It just pisses me right off. And with the Raiders, and he always had crazy shit with the Raiders. These are all the fans that I tell you what, I was dumbfounded by a number of Kansas City fans that if you were alive in that era, you loved Otis Taylor. That's their favorite chief of all time. Even in the Mahomes era, still their favorite chief. More than Lynn, more than, any of those guys on that defense. And that defense was unbelievable. He was uncoverable, though, bro. Unbelievable. Lynn Swan doesn't even have as many yards as him, and he got in because he made a certain catch in the Super Bowl. It's wild. And again, I don't shit on Hall of Famers. You're in the Hall, you're in the Hall. I'm good with that. But I think it's wrong that they put guys in and don't put other guys in. Because like I said, they talk about Coach Prime, and I'm a Coach Prime fan, man. I watched his career. And I'll tell you that I'm a fan of his. But Lamar Parrish doesn't even get any love. They never spoken about him in that room. And I think he's got more interceptions, at least as many kick returns, all that stuff. He was electric, man. He picked off Terry Bradshaw in a game like 4 times. He was always picking off Terry. Guy should be in too. This guy was untouchable. All right. Now, this guy right here, this is a top 100 all-time player. There are some athletes that are just more gifted. I compare it to being around Ali or Jim Brown. You just know that they're the best. That was one of the things that I heard over and over and over again from other NFL guys. Over and over and over. They compared him to guys like Jim Brown or Ali or LeBron James. I've heard shit like that. He transcended the game with his talent. It's just different. It's just different, guys. All right, I'll get off my soapbox here. Because it's back in there. Oh, maybe he's not. I think he did it on accident. Or maybe not. We'll see. All right. I'll get off my soapbox about it. But so did you guys all tell me who you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Or are we? I know we got some Chiefs fans in here. They've literally made me not a Chiefs fan. I wasn't ever a Chiefs fan, but pisses me right off that they don't do more to get Otis in. Pisses me right off. You'll call in. Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries, man. It was kind of last minute that I even decided to do this. I really was this thing. Lenny the Cool was a bad man too, man. Lenny the Cool was a bad man. I still that picture of him in the locker room at halftime smoking a cigarette during the Super Bowl. That's hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. Those guys they got after it, right? You got Philly, huh? You got Philly, and I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough win. I think it's tough to beat the Chiefs. I'm definitely not rooting for them, but I think it's going to be tough to beat them. They're too good. And man, Mahomes is kind of it's just like it's on cruise control for him, right? Son of a bitch. Unbelievable. I was going to show you guys something. I want to what? Bull. Let me do something real quick. Never mind. I actually have been I want to get a football made with the logo on it. I was going to try to show it to you, but it's not wanting me to. It was on the thumbnail. Did y'all see the thumbnail? Oh, it's coming up now. I want to get one of these made. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I want to have one in the background. I'm about to redo the background tomorrow. I went and kind of took that other one apart. The woodshed is coming back, or a version of it anyway. Mahomes is a snowflake. Hey, man, he's pretty damn good, though. He's pretty good. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. But he's good, though. I can say they're good whenever I don't like them. That's funny. All right. All right, guys. So wait, that's all I was. So I think I saw it on Sooner Scoop that they make the footballs there in Oklahoma City, right? Isn't it in Oklahoma City that they make those footballs? The Nike guys? The Vapor Elite or whatever it is? I'm not sure if I know that that's right or not, but anyway. Guys, I appreciate everybody coming in. We're going to go ahead and get out of here for now. It's late, but I enjoyed busting it up and just, talking a little bit of ball. Everybody enjoy the Super Bowl today. It'll be a great time. Whoever wins it. I mean, obviously my team's not in it either, but let's enjoy it and be safe out there, guys. Be safe out there. Try not to be out drinking and driving. Keep yourself safe. Keep everybody else safe too. And we'll see you all Monday morning on Rise and Shine College Football. Have a good night. Nope, not it. Well, maybe. I don't know what's going on.